Okay, so I think this article needs to be addressed. Don't worry about Geo's Twitter account being up in the top. We'll address that later. Anyways, this is something I really wanted to make a video about. So, this guy, Gwev Sami, cannot make the excuse that, oh, this was made a long time ago. This was made 4 or 5 months, 4.5 months ago, basically. It is today, March 30th. So I don't want to hear from him, oh, this was made a long time ago. It's from like 2015. Things have no, nothing has changed. We all know everything. This garbage article is exactly why people don't trust CBR, because they pretty much post any garbage take, and every garbage take is on the site. Not everything is a garbage take, but all the garbage takes are on CBR. That's just how I see it. So let's read this article. It's got to be good, right? It's on CBR. This is a power scaling video. So, since the early 2000s, the big three of anime have pretty much ruled the medium, which is true. Everybody likes to say, oh, My Hero Academia overtook, oh, Black Clover took, oh, Chainsaw Man took, Demon Slayer took. None of them have taken the big three. The big three, even though Bleach has been on a bit of a hiatus on, popularity wise, it returned this year with a bang, and it's really good. But that's not the point of this video, and that's not the point of this article. So let's go back to this article. Although they only encapsulate the shonen demographic of anime, manga, One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto, have managed to stand the test of time, which is very true. Fans love to argue about which franchise was or is the best. That's true. People love to argue about that, but that's not the point here. The point is, which protagonist of the big three, Naruto Uzumaki, Monkey D. Luffy, or Ichigo Kurosaki, is the strongest? Now, before I show you down who they say is the strongest, I want you to guess down in the comments down below. No cheating, no peeking. I will be checking. I can't check, but I wish I could. But the point is, let's just read this. The point is, you're going to be surprised what they say. Over the year, the debate has become bigger and bigger. No, it has not. With a lot of different fan content being about trying to decide a clear winner. There's always been a clear winner. Once again, if anybody has any doubt, I'm just going to say this. One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto, the reason why there's a big three is not because of the power scaling, but because of the story. The world that was built behind it, and the foreshadowing that they do in each series. Nothing has compared yet. The closest that can be compared, maybe My Hero Academia, even though I'm not the biggest My Hero Academia fan. And you can you can't say Demon Slayer. There is like zero foreshadowing in that series. I read the manga too, until the end. And Chainsaw Man, once again, no foreshadowing. It's still a very fun world, very fun story. Very powerful story, by the way. But it's not the strongest. Everybody loves it, and it's not the best. One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto. Now, people like to say Bleach is the worst. I disagree. I think Bleach is actually the best. It is definitely my favorite of the big three. However, it doesn't mean I don't love One Piece and Naruto a lot either. Like, I love those three immensely. And I don't want to hear people say, oh, you're just like a fan bandwagoning, whatever. No. I've been watching these three anime since 2007. It was horrible. That's how long I've been watching these mediums. That's how long I've been a fan. 16 years. Well, technically 17 because, I have been, I have been aware of them since 2006, but I didn't start watching them seriously until 2007. Yes, I am that old. Anyways, moving on. So over the year, the debate has become bigger and bigger, and everyone's trying to say who's the big winner. So now he starts, making points for each character. So he starts with One Piece's Monkey D. Luffy. Luffy is one of the strongest characters in One Piece, with extraordinary physical abilities, true, master over Haki, 3 types, and deceptively strong devil fruit powers. Well, now we're getting into spoiler territory, but yes. Yes, his Devil Fruit is one of the best, if not the best, in the series. We don't know yet. It's a very powerful Devil Fruit. Luffy can stretch his body however he wants and is incredibly resistant to most attacks thanks to it being made permanently out of rubber. We're not sure if that part is true anymore. Spoiler alert. As strong as he already is, Luffy is already able to enhance his already immense strength, even more through the use of haki and his gears. And we have the manifestation of Luffy's will. His haki power is immense, practically limitless. With it, he is able to increase his body strength and durability sense opponents and strength and presence, exert his will onto others, breaking their own in process. That's not actually true. Well, it is and it isn't. Your will has to be stronger, like way stronger than theirs, and their will has to be like completely weak in order for it to work. Otherwise, that's not how it works. This gives Luffy an incredible range of abilities and options when it comes to taking down his opponents, especially with each of their advanced forms. That's true. There is more to Conqueror's haki than just doing that. However, it's not the end-all be-all. Like, haki can break things from inside. Sort of true. See the future infuse his strikes with the will-breaking effect. Well, you're not looking like that much into the future with that haki. We're looking like a minute max. Not even. I'm not sure if a minute. I'm not even sure if it's a minute. All we know is they can see a little bit into the future. I think it's like 30 seconds if I had to be more accurate, but like, who knows? And it's not like you're looking into the future. It's a little bit different. But essentially, yes. In battle, he is looking a little bit into the future. He can even enhance his attacks with flames by combining his Devil Fruit powers with his haki. We don't know how that works. That's not an accurate saying. We don't know if it's his haki or something else because other people use different types of haki. If all the haki did was just fire, then we'd see more people with fire powers, and the fire fruit wouldn't be that sought after. You see Kaido using a lot of electric. You see Brook using ice. We don't know how it works. Is his ice from his haki or is it from his Devil Fruit? Like, I don't know. I think it's from his Devil Fruit, but like, who knows? We don't have any confirmation on that yet. And anybody who tells you that we do, we're gonna need a little bit more proof. We don't have confirmation. Luffy's gears are just as impressive as his haki. True. With his second gear, he increases his speed and strength immensely. Yes and no. All it does, all that second gear is supposed to do is make it as if his body is on steroids. That everything is moving so fast that he can move fast and he can do things fast. I'm not so sure about the strength. I think that the strength comes with the fact that he is technically made out of a rubbery substance. We don't know if it's rubber yet or not. That's the truth. Like, with the spoilers, I'm sorry if you hear this, we don't know if that's true anymore. However, and this is a huge however, the strength and speed, I think it's, if I had to guess, it should be both, but like, it's more about the speed than the strength. That's how I see it, at least. Each time Luffy uses gear second, his speed is what becomes like insane, not his strength. With gear third, where he can manipulate the size of his bones, technically make his body bigger, that's when we see more strength. And gear fourth takes it to the next level, where now he has both speed and strength, and it's all coated in haki, armament haki, and it's very powerful. And then we have the last ability, which is spoilers, but gear 5 is, if you don't want to read this, then let's skip ahead to whatever I put on the screen right now, because I will be going into a little bit of spoilers. But turns out He ate the devil fruit of the sun god Nika, which is why I said before that we're not sure if his body's made out of rubber or if it's rubbery. Like nothing is certain yet until Oda actually explains it very clearly. And his gear fifth form makes it so he can control his body. He can, apply cartoon physics to himself, which is true. His opponents and surroundings, again, true. Described as the most ridiculous power in existence by the... It is described like that only by two people. One of the Elder Fives and Rob Lucci, I think. Basically, he becomes very tanky, very powerful, very stretchy. Yes. However, let's move on to the second character that he talks about. Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto Uzumaki is said to be the strongest shinobi in his series. I don't know if that's true. That's the assumption, but I don't remember it ever being said, like flat out said, as a fact. All I know is he's very strong, yes. Born with a strong body, yes, and a huge amount of chakras, true. And combined with training with other series of the greatest fighters, once again, true. And having the nine-tailed fox sealed inside of him, true. He's considered the strongest shinobi in the world, in his world. Again, that's an assumption that he's making right now. We don't know it to be like 100% true. Don't forget, even though I hate Boruto just took everything that was powerful in Naruto and decided to basically poop all over it, and and it's completely OP. But regardless, let's take a look at what he has to say. The Shadow Clone Jutsu allows Naruto to make hundreds of copies of himself. Powerful copies, but they're still Shadow Clones, meaning a simple hit and they're down. With the only drawback of them being as strong as the amount of chakra he puts into them. True, to a degree. Meaning that if they take too much a beating or run out of usable chakra, they disappear. That part is true. Naruto's main offense jutsu is Rasengan. Again, true. Well, that's his most popular one that he uses, but that's not like his most powerful jutsu. And that's not his most powerful attack. I'd claim that his most powerful attack is using the orbs. The truth-seeking orbs are way more powerful than Rasengan can ever be. Regardless, let's not get into that. Which allow him to harness his chakra into pressurized, rapidly spinning ball that has immense destructive potential. By adding more chakra or a nature transformation to it, he can increase its size properties, thus giving it more destructive power. The ultimate form of the technique, Shen Shuriken. No, not the ultimate. That's just what he uses the most, because his natural affinity is wind, and using wind affinity chakra with the Rasengan makes it a Shen Shuriken. Very powerful technique. A Shuriken-shaped Rasengan with incredible cutting power that Naruto can fire and guide towards his opponent from afar. Naruto also has the power from the Nine Tails that gives him a lot of strength, healing, etc. He gets a tailed cloak. Gets a lot more abilities while cloaked. Like he can send the chakra and form it into like different hand parts and basically give himself a bit of a cartoonish, form of ability where he can grab things from afar. Very powerful. His Sage mode is also very powerful. It gives him something that's very similar to the haki that what's his name has, that Luffy has. Observation haki. Very similar to observation haki. It's very powerful. Gives him a lot of strength, etc. And those two. And now let's see how he introduces Bleach's Ichigo Kurosaki. Due to the unique nature of his existence, the way Ichigo powers work is a little bit complicated. That's true. The Shinigami powers that Ichigo inherited from his father are directly linked to his inner hollow. True. Essentially merging them into the same being. It's a little bit more complicated than that, but yes. whereas his Quincy powers were from his mother. True. As such, Ichigo's powers have two sides to them, the Hollow Shinigami and the Quincy. It's a little more complicated than that, but yes. Because we don't know how the Hollow Shinigami powers actually work. We just know that they were forged together. So it works similar to the way like the Vizard works. And we don't know if his Quincy powers aren't connected, because we saw during the Mugetsu arc, during the Mugetsu fight, that both Zangetsu and Yubak formed together and became one being. How does that work? We don't know. Anyways, so next up, after forging his true Zanpakuto, Zangetsu, Ichigo was able to access the full extent of his powers and balance them together. This balance took the form of two separate blades, with the large sword being the representative of his Hollow Shinigami powers, and the large knife being his Quincy ones. True, but you see that he fights with it in a very unique way that doesn't just make it look like two different blades. With his true power, all of Ichigo's physical abilities were exponentially enhanced. That's very true, but he was already beforehand super powerful. Like, he was already using Shunpu, which makes Gear Second look like he's standing still. People tend to forget that Shunpu makes you so fast. In the fight between one of the Espada and Byakuya, they have like this speed test, and you see the Espada saying, "I'm the fastest Espada and I can use it to make speed clones," and then you see Byakuya saying, "Yes, I can do that easily too because my Shunpu is so fast, but I don't like using it." You know, a little bit of a flex there. Anyways, so this is what we have. And something they forgot to mention, Ichigo is also a death god. That makes a huge difference. So Ichigo has Shinigami is a death god. Has god in the name. So you can't go around saying, you'll see later what I mean by that. Ichigo has an immense level of durability. True. And endurance. True. Letting him fight through intense battles and injuries without falling. One swing of his sword can destroy entire castles with ease. That's a bit of that's underrating his abilities, but yes, he can do more than that. And he can even fire his immense spiritual power in the form of a giant destructive energy which slashes from his sword. True. It makes Mihawk look like he's playing around with swords in comparison. So, by upsetting the internal balance of powers by exposing or manifesting immense amounts of Quincy energy, Ichigo can bring out his hollow powers, even more, transforming into a merged hollow form. Yes, we know that his masked form. So, after all that, he can use the Grand Ray Zero and combine its powers with the signature ability, the Getsuga Tensho, creating an even stronger attack. Ichigo's true Bankai combines both blades into a larger one, and while the full extent of it was never revealed, this form elevated all of Ichigo's powers more than ever. Well, this is very true. And who does he put as a winner? Monkey D. Luffy. And it's not an April Fool's joke. The April Fool's is me showing you this and telling you that I respect it. Based, because any power scanner is going to tell you that this is a joke. Based on what I've seen being shown of the series so far, Luffy can match both Naruto and Ichigo's strength. That is so not true. That is so not true. It's a joke. In speeds, no, he cannot. No, he cannot. Shunpu is way faster than Gear Second. And Devil Fruit powers. Once again, whoever wrote this article, which we're going to get into in the end, I think he missed the point of all three of the big three. Luffy's advancement technique should work well against both of them too. A, nobody's ever made that statement. B, we don't know it to be true. This is just you spewing nonsense. However, we're going to get into why that's also not true against Ichigo. If you want to make the claim that Luffy at the moment is stronger than Naruto, then sure. And I'll get to that later why. As it says, the full power of the Sun God Nika. By the way, That was just like a name that they tacked to him. They also called him the fighter of freedom or whatever. His whole point was to fight for freedom. It's a perfect matchup against Naruto's Tail Beast formed. Maybe. Once again, we don't know it to be true, but maybe. And refusing it, he should be able to damage Naruto in beast form. Could be true. We don't know it to be true, but could be true. The same is true for no. No, this is how I know that you missed the whole point of Bleach. And even if Ichigo and okay. But since 2022, you can't say but since 2022 he was able to compete. No. This article was written by a guy named Gulb Sami. Now, let's get into why this is a joke of an article in the end. The whole point of One Piece is not it's not for Luffy at the moment. We don't know. But at the moment, it's to become the Pirate King. We do know, this is a spoiler that I don't mind telling you, we do know that there is an ulterior motive to him becoming the Pirate King. We just don't know what it is. This was told to us right after Wano. After Wano, he talks about the true dream, and he says that the best way to do it is to be the Pirate King. Trust me, that doesn't mean anything. Anyways, the whole point of Naruto was for Naruto to be able to protect everyone in the village and become the Hokage. Great. But what people don't know is Ichigo's whole point is obviously to protect his family and everyone that's important to him, which is true. But there is a secret that a lot of people don't get, and this is not even in the manga. This is in a light novel. I think this is an official light novel. Anime Uproar made a great video condensing everything that's in the light novels that I'm going to link down below that each and every one of you should watch. But the point is, everybody was trying to basically make him a sheep for the slaughter. And due to how things end up, he doesn't become the sheep for the slaughter, and someone else takes on that sacrifice, if you will. The sacrifice was your life for the sake of the world, to basically become the Almighty God. And someone who is actually being considered to be the next god, whose power is basically more powerful than anything in hell. Anything, he can basically destroy mountains, not to mention his spiritual power is way leagues ahead of both Naruto and of Luffy, as we can tell. It's all in there. And his biggest feat, Luffy's biggest feat, was we all know that he takes down Kaido. That's obviously obvious. However, Kaido's power seems to me, at least, at the level of like a regular hollow. You know, a hollow that can use tail. That's pretty much it. Luffy has been destroying those since day one. Like, not Luffy, sorry, Ichigo. Ichigo is without doubt the strongest of the three, because that's the whole point of his story. He has to be the strongest in that regard. Is he stronger than Goku? I don't think so. Goku is just like, oh, I'm just gonna get stronger. Oh, I'm just gonna get stronger. Oh, I'm just gonna get stronger. That's, if you enjoyed, you enjoyed. For me, it's something else. And then we have this guy, this clown. We're not gonna go through his Twitter, but basically, he's a kid fanboy. Let's not get into why that's not the best. If Naruto wins, I'm on the yeah. This guy's a little bit of a clown. Nah, I think he's more of a troll than a clown, but I think he has his moments. He's also a little bit of a clown. Anyways, I just wanted to make this video because I read this ridiculous article and I just couldn't help myself. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.